Stadelheim prison, Munich. In 1943, 4 young Germans and their professor were guillotined here. Today, their sacrifice is remembered. Hans and Sophie Scholl were the young leaders of a German resistance group called the White Rose. Their graves are a point of pilgrimage for the young, as again the Germans of today self-consciously face up to their country's past.
The White Rose was some groups of friends. Friendship was really the soil where the White Rose was originated.
Their story is retold. The young Scholls were appalled by what the Nazis were doing. Secretly, they printed leaflets, distributing them throughout Germany, but especially to their fellow students, and the group paid the price.
I came to this highest German political court. I was sentenced together with Professor Huber, Morel Graf, sentenced to death. I got 5 years. It's a question of a moment. He could send us to the guillotine also, if he wanted, because he was really independent at this time. Dying was a normal thing, every day. Sophie said a sentence, I think, like that: if you die in Russia for Hitler, it's better to die against him.
The White Rose has become a symbol of Germany's struggle to come to terms with the past, and with the fact that most Germans, unlike the Scholls, did not protest. Inge Scholl, the surviving sister, recalls their first arrest.
The first time we were arrested was in 1937. The Gestapo came at 7 in the morning. My sister Sophie was 16. My youngest brother was 15. They took all of us.
On that occasion, they were to be released, but in 1943, arrest led to death.
Der Scharfrichter sagte, so habe noch niemanden sterben sehen. Und Hans, ehe sein Haupt auf den Block legte, rief laut, dass es durch das ganze große Gefängnis hallte, es lebe die Freiheit.
My parents and my youngest brother were lucky. They managed to see Hans and Sophie, to say goodbye, a half an hour before they were executed. They described how confident and self-assured they were as they went to their deaths, because they knew exactly what they were dying for.
I think that freedom is always a problem for human beings. And in Germany we have now a tradition, a so-called tradition, 45, 46 years. That's no tradition.
In my view, the Third Reich, the Nazis, nationalism, the Germans still haven't come to terms with them. Perhaps others have told you this. People are trying to forget those times, to separate it off. We're a big unified nation again, they say, and that's the end of it. That sort of thinking is very dangerous.
We must tell the young people what's the risk if they don't look in their personal life for personal rights, for human rights, for constitutional rights,